The novel takes place in Ljubljana, Slovenia. Veronica, 24 years of age, is a young and pretty librarian and has a loving family. Yet, she is not happy with her life and wants to die. The two very simple reasons lay behind her decision to die are: first, everything in her life was the same, and once her youth was gone, she will become old. The onset of illness, the departure of friends. She would gain nothing by continuing to live. Indeed, the likelihood of suffering will only increase. Second reason: Veronica read the newspapers, watched TV, and she was aware of what was happening on the planet. Everything was wrong, and she had no way of putting things right. That gave her a sense of complete feebleness. Now she believed that shooting, jumping off a high building, or hanging, none of these options suited her feminine nature. Women usually choose romantic methods to kill themselves, and so Veronica took an overdose of sleeping pills. And as she waits for the pills to take hold, she reads an article asking, "Where is Slovenia?" and reaches to conclusion to write a letter to the editor, justifying her suicide as a reaction to the article's belittlement of her home country. Her suicide attempt fails. It means she had survived, and she awakens in a Villette, the famous and much feared lunatic asylum. There, the director of the hospital, a tall man with dyed hair named Dr. Iger, tells her that she has damaged her heart so much that she only has a few days to live. Though initially disappointed by her unsuccessful suicide, as the days continue, she finds herself experiencing life more fully than ever before, as now she has nothing to lose. And now her actions were independent of others' opinions or expectations. While in the Villette, she encountered a number of patients with variety of experiences with madness. Mari, a wife, mother, and successful lawyer, was treated for panic disorders. However, Mari is now alright, and Dr. Iger told her that she could return home now. And as she gets ready to leave and resume her life, one of her colleagues tell her that she was being forced to resign, as no one was going to entrust their affairs to a lawyer who had been a mental patient. She begs him to let her return to work, but he didn't listen, and she loses her job. To make the situation worse, mere days later, a lawyer visits her and informs her that her husband is seeking a divorce. So she lies and tells Dr. Iger that her symptoms have returned and asks to stay. Though he knows she is lying, he agrees. Another patient, Edward, is getting treated for schizophrenia. He was raised to follow in his father's footsteps. However, one day he had an accident, and while his stay in a hospital, a nurse brought him a book, and that was the moment when Edward's life began to set him on a strange path, one that would lead him to Villette. The book was about visionaries whose ideas had shaken the world, and he developed an ambition to paint. His father strongly disapproved, and afraid to further disappoint him, Edward buried his dream of painting, and he was withdrawn from reality and ends up in Villette diagnosed with schizophrenia. Edward was the only one capable of understanding that Veronica was an artist, and so she developed feelings for Edward. Veronica wanted to be a pianist, while Edward wanted to be a painter. Another patient, Zedka, getting treatment for depression. She is married and has kids, though she has been undergoing treatment for an obsession over a former love. She not only dreamed of the impossible love, but she had actually tried to realize that dream. Despite her determination to put up with everything in the name of love, the relationship did not work out, and so she fell into depression. Okay, so now coming back to Veronica, She embarks on a journey in which she enjoys freedom, as in a Villette. Insane people don't always follow the rules, and she now experiences relationships, emotions, and ultimately discovers the meaning and value of life. Veronica begins expressing her anger, weakness, fear, and love without worrying about others' judgments or about the future, because she believes she will be dead soon. The presence of Veronica in the hospital has influenced all the patients and compelled them to think about their own life and value it more, and has encouraged them to leave the hospital to achieve their dreams. And as Veronica approaches her final 24 hours, she finds herself full of life and tells Dr. Iger that she desires to leave the Villette to see Ljubljana Castle and give herself to one man, to the city, to life, and finally to death. So Veronica with Edward leaves the Villette and they both celebrate their life and future together. Eventually, Zetka and Mari as well, in various ways, leave the confines of Villette. At the end, there's an unexpected twist. Veronica was not suffering from any damages. It was only a secret experiment of Dr. Iger, who decided to shock her by death to make Veronica value her life. This experiment was fortunately successful because it helped Veronica see the world in a new light.